Hello, learners. Let's go ahead and review today. We are on lesson 29, session 4. We are going to refine your understanding of mass. So we're going to take what you've learned with mass this week and apply it to word problems. Okay, let's look at our first one. They want us to finish the example first, then solve problems 1 through 8. Our example. Max has a soccer ball with a mass of 445 grams and a baseball with a mass of 142 grams. What is the difference in mass between the balls? Okay, what's this problem about? You're right, it's about Max, and he has two balls. He has a soccer ball and a baseball. Okay, now let's read again and see what they want us to figure out. Max has a soccer ball with a mass of 445 grams and a baseball with a mass of 142 grams. What is the difference in mass between the balls? What do they want us to find? That's right, we're looking for the question. What is the difference in the mass? Now, as soon as they say difference, what is the difference in mass? That means this is a comparing problem. They want us to compare the two balls. Okay, now when we go to compare the baseball and the soccer ball, what numbers are we going to use? What do we need to know? Right, the soccer ball has a mass of 445 grams, and the baseball has a mass of 142 grams. Are the balls the same size? No, they are very different in size, and so they want to know how different. Now, when they are doing a compare problem, they've already kind of shown us the equation, but I want to show you how to solve a compare problem. When we are comparing the mass of two objects, I draw a picture to help me see what's going on. My soccer ball, I'm going to name that S. My soccer ball is 445 grams. Now my baseball, are baseballs bigger or smaller than soccer balls? They're a lot smaller. So our baseball is smaller than our soccer ball. Now I'm going to name my baseball B because baseball starts with a B. Now when I draw my box, my diagram for my baseball, is it going to be larger or smaller than the soccer ball? You're right, it's going to be smaller. So I'm only going to draw 142 grams. Now I'm just estimating. Now, when they ask us to find the difference in mass, they want us to find this amount right here. And I'm going to sketch it in there with a dotted line. They want to know what's the difference between these two. So in other words, how many more grams does the baseball need in order to be the same size as the soccer ball? Now, we already did a couple of these this week, and remember, I told you you can do addition to find this, or you can do subtraction. You'll notice in the example, they gave you subtraction. They took the soccer ball, this is the soccer ball, and they subtracted the baseball to find the difference. Now, many of you, and I know this because many come to my math lab, they like to do addition to solve this. If you wanted to set this up as addition, you would write it as 142. You start with your smaller number. You are going to add something to get to 445. Now look at 142 is really close. The 42 is really close to 45. So I'm going to take that 142 and I'm going to add 3. And that gets me to 145. Now, I can actually jump in my head from 145 to 445. What would I need to add, or what would the jump be to get from 145 to 445? I'm going to have to jump 100, 200, 300. So if you want to see that, I'm going to jump 300. Now, if you want to see that, I would actually go from 145 to 245, from 245 to 345, and 345 to 445. So notice that I jumped 100 3 times. So I jumped 3 to get to 145, and I jumped 300 to get to 445. So I made a jump of 303. And if you'll notice, that is the difference that they found in the example. So my solution is 303 grams difference. So the baseball is 303 grams smaller than the soccer ball. Or you could say the soccer ball is 303 grams larger than the baseball. The difference between the two is 303. That number goes right in our diagram. Okay, now I'm going to do one more problem with you and talk about your problem-solving strategies. Then you're going to attempt to work on the next few pages on your own. But don't worry, I'll have the answers for you at the end so you can come back and check them.